Facts about our country. We are a country with a population of 35 million, second largest landmass country in the world. We have 10 provinces and 3 territories. Our official languages in Canada are French and English. In Ontario, where I am, English is the primary language, and that's what all of our instruction is.
Jessie?
Yes. Hi.
Could you please start again?
Sure.
You was not in broadcast.
Okay, tell me when I'm in broadcast then.
Yes, you are in broadcast now. You are in live.
Okay, thank you. Hi, I'm Jessie Rowntree. I'm the Executive Director of Admission and Marketing at Pickering College. We're located 45 minutes north of Toronto in Canada, and we are in a small town called Newmarket. It's my pleasure today to talk to you about studying in Canada and some of the benefits of a boarding school education. First of all, I'd like you to know that Canada is a very welcoming country. We rank 6th in the world in global peace. And our town, Newmarket, is about 86,000 people. We have all the benefits of being close to a large city, but we live in a very safe community. So some facts about our country, Canada. We have a population of 35 million. We're the second largest country in landmass in the world. We have 10 provinces and 3 territories. We have 2 official languages. In Ontario, the province that our school is in, English is the language, and that's what all of our instruction is in as well. Here's a map of our country, and you can see all the provinces. Here's on Toronto, Ontario, and we're just a little bit north of Toronto. Also in our country, 1 in 5 of our citizens are born outside of the country. So we welcome people from all over the world, and we're a very strong multicultural country as well. A little bit about education in Canada. Education is a provincial responsibility. So as I said, 10 provinces and 3 territories, and each of those provinces have their own regulations when it comes to education. But across Canada, Canadian education is recognized internationally. The curriculum is somewhere between the US and the UK curriculum. It's a very strong curriculum. And I know our Ontario secondary school diploma is recognized at universities around the world. Canada is also well known in terms of its education and well respected. We rank number 1 in the PISA, which is the Program for International Student Assessment of English-speaking nations, in math, science, and in reading. In Canada, unlike the US, the standardized test, the SAT, is not required to move from high school to post-secondary education. And in Canada, we have 3 different types of schools. We have public schools, private schools, and independent schools. Let me tell you a little bit about the difference of those. So public schools receive their funding from the government. They're governed by local school boards. And the way that they admit students is they admit all students who live within their geographic region. Public schools, while accepting international students, do not have on-campus boarding facilities. The international students who attend the public school system in Canada live in a homestay arrangement. Private schools in Canada is a legal status, and they're not part of the public school system. However, they are for-profit schools. They have varying different kinds of management structures. Some of them offer on-campus experience, and some of them offer homestay. Independent schools in Canada are not-for-profit organizations. So we're not in the business of making money. We have a charitable status, and we're overseen by elected Board of Governors. We're licensed in the province that we operate, and we must comply with provincial standards. And what that means is we go through regular inspections of our curriculum. Accreditation is very important, and independent schools in Canada are accredited by the Canadian Accredited Independent Schools, CASE. So we meet rigorous standards not only of our government inspections, but also of the CASE inspections. And this means they're looking at quality assurance for academics, but also our facilities, our health services, our extracurricular activities. They're really looking at all areas of the school. And one of the main differences from public school system with independent schools is that we get to select the students that come to our school. We retain the right to set certain criteria. So we know that students who are coming to our school are ones that are curious and interested in learning, that have strong academics. And at Pickering College, we not only look for strong academics, but we also look for well-rounded students who have interests outside the classroom. So generally, studying in Canada, students start as young as 4 years old. You must attend school in some provinces till you're 16, in other provinces till you're 18. And the school day ranges from 5.5 hours to 7 hours. Most of the time in Canada, the school day goes from Monday to Friday. Now, high school in Canada, that we call secondary school, is the final 4 years of school. And this is from grades 9 to 12. In grade 9 and 10, the students have mostly compulsory courses with some options. So at Pickering College in grade 9 and in Ontario in grade 9, you have 6 mandatory courses that you need to take: English, math, geography, science, physical education, and French. And then you have 2 choices from a number of subjects that we offer in the arts and music, that sort of thing. In grade 10, there's 5 compulsory courses: English, math, history, science, and a course we call civics and career studies. And then there's 3 elective courses to choose from. At Pickering College, one of those elective courses could be an English as a second language course that counts towards the final diploma. In grade 11 and 12, the options increase, so students can really take specialized courses to meet the entrance requirements of the university that they want to study at. And at our school, we have very strong guidance counselors who know what the requirements are for universities in Canada, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, all around the world. So in grade 11, the only 2 required courses are English and math. And in grade 12, the only required course is English. So the student would have the same guidance counselor all the way through their high school career. And this is the person that's going to help them with their university application as well. Many independent schools in Canada have strong relationships with universities. And we annually have universities do a fair at our school, universities in Canada, as well as universities from the United States. So students who study successfully in Canada earn a high school diploma. In Ontario, that's the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. And at our school, Pickering College, students also have the opportunity to earn the Global Leadership Diploma. Our Global Leadership program is integrated right from junior kindergarten all the way to grade 12. And that's another a very good diploma that students earn that allows them to be well prepared for university. In Canada, students have the benefit of 4 seasons: summer, winter, spring, and fall. And the school year really goes from September to June. And as I said before, school days are Monday to Friday. Okay, now let's talk about boarding and some of the advantages of why you would come to Canada and why you would want to attend a boarding school. All the pictures that you see in this presentation, of course, are from my school, Pickering College. We're very proud that 100% of our boarding school graduates go on to the university of their choice in Canada, in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and around the world. And in fact, that's the case for most boarding schools in Canada. I would say anywhere between 99 or 100% of the graduating class actually go on to post-secondary study. We have a rigorous academic program with a lot of academic support. So I'll get to teacher advisor program in a minute, but our boarding students have a teacher advisor at Pickering College. It's one teacher with 9 students that they have through their high school career. And then in boarding, they also have their family head. So they really have a full circle of care and a lot of support at our school. And in most boarding schools, tutoring is available at different levels as well. There's mandatory study time in the evening. And in that mandatory study time, there's lots of different opportunities for students to get extra help. And this occurs in boarding schools across our country. At Pickering College, what we do is have different rooms. So if you need help in math, there's one location you go to. If you want help in the social sciences, there's another room, etc. Most boarding schools also have very strong co-curricular programs. At Pickering College, the final class of the day is not an academic subject. It is 4 times a year. Students get to choose from a variety of activities. This could be competitive sports. It could be working on our radio station. It could be drama or music. The strong co-curricular program ensures a healthy balance between academic endeavors and endeavors in the arts or athletics. Boarding school also gives students the opportunity to develop real life skills, character development, confidence, independence, leadership. The residential experience is second to none. Most boarding schools in Canada also have a boarding curriculum where students are learning about financial management, how to do laundry, those life skills that they'll need when they go to university. As you can see, the picture of our dining hall and many dining halls at boarding schools in Canada, we proudly fly the flags of the countries that our students from. This cultural mosaic allows students to be welcomed and feel accepted into our community. The boarding school environment is very safe. It provides supervision and support for international students. At Pickering College, we pride ourselves on diversity, and those boarding students bring their experience into the classroom and into the co-curricular program. Our students who come for the day and go home are encouraged to spend time with our boarding students, and lifelong friendships are made. And at our school, we have 33 different countries represented at our school. And that's very important for our global leadership program. Here's some other boarding advantages. I talked about the advisor program. Your child will be assigned to a teacher that's going to advise and mentor them. This is someone that is with your student throughout their high school career. And then on top of the teacher advisor, they also have the guidance counselor that's helping them select courses and helping them prepare their personal profiles and their portfolios for university admission. So in boarding school, there's very supportive environment, both on the academic side, university preparation side, and life skill preparation. Boarding schools also give students many leadership opportunities. There's clubs and interest groups, and student life is very robust and active at boarding schools in Canada. So what are some of the advantages of living at school? Your meals and your housing is on campus, and it's very convenient. Meals are very good. At our school at Pickering College, I eat breakfast and lunch every day. So that's when I see our boarding students, and then dinner when I work late. Schools are very safe. There's many after-school sports and activities. Typically, there's free time in the evening before dinner. After dinner, you have your supervised study, and then again, free time until lights out. You have all access to student life, and you make those very strong relationships. When I travel and to recruit students, and I have my alumni join me, I'm often hearing about people who, you know, if I'm in Russia, the alum in Russia is talking about getting together with their friend from Mexico and Turkey and Spain and Bahamas. And so those lifelong friendships are very, very important. And of course, students have access to the teachers, not only during the academic day, but also in the evening to help them out with their studies. As I said, school is Monday to Friday, so boarding schools run a very active weekend program. There's activities on campus, and there's a number of activities throughout the school year that students can take advantage of on the weekends. Some of these are an additional cost from tuition, but they can range from sporting events, you know, in our school, for instance, going to Toronto to see a Toronto Raptors game, a Toronto Blue Jay game, cultural activities, going to the ballet, going to the museums, and then sometimes there's excursions offered that are a little bit longer in length. And so for long weekends and school breaks, we offer excursions at our school to Ottawa, which is Canada's capital. We also offer excursions that would go to Niagara Falls, perhaps down into Quebec, and these are at additional cost as well. But it really gives students the opportunity to see a little bit more of Canada and to really make those friendships again. And students stay connected with the day students as well. So there's lots of opportunity for our students who come for the day and then go home to their families to take advantage of the weekend activities. A number of schools run regular weekend activities, depending on where they're located. Pickering College, from January to March, runs weekend ski trips to the ski hills for skiing and snowboarding. Lots of opportunity to take advantage and to take advantage of the activities on campus as well, because we organize things like yoga, we have our fitness rooms, there's the gymnasiums to take advantage of, sports fields when the weather's nice on campus for activities like soccer. So there's always something to do when you're a boarding school student on the weekend. I spoke a bit earlier about the university counseling, but I can't stress this enough because this is something that really gives boarding school students an advantage. They start preparing for university as early as grade 9. They have formal meetings with university counselors, and as I said, they get visits from university representatives to the school, both from Canadian universities and from universities from the United States. Our guidance counselors not only help with university applications, but also help with financial aid or scholarship applications as well. And we know with 100% of students attending university that they're very prepared, not only academically for university, but through all the advantages of living away from home in a very safe and supportive community. The students are more prepared for university life. So what are some of those key advantages? Just to sum up, they're more independent. They have more access to teachers and coaches than in the public school system. The class size is small. In Pickering College, our average class size in the high school is 18 to 20 students. So the students are getting more individualized attention. They're also getting more leadership opportunities because not only is there student government opportunities, but there's clubs like Be Social, Be Active, Be Athletic in the boarding school community. And then in the largest school community with our day students, we have Youth Action Organization, our Green Team, the Environmental Club. All of these provide leadership for our students. They actually have more time to spend on schoolwork as well, because they do have that supervised study in the evening. We know from our surveys of students that not only are they more prepared for university, but they're actually more successful in university as well. And boarding school graduates are more likely to attend graduate school as well. They're also more likely to advance to top management by mid-career. So their level of progression in their careers is enhanced, I would say, by their boarding school education. Let me just share a few things with you in terms of our global community. These are the countries our students come from at Pickering College. We celebrate diversity, as I said, and we have a UN Day every year that our students participate in. Usually at boarding schools, most boarding schools, independent schools in Canada, the students live 2 students to a room. 10 to 12 students will make a family, and then that head of family, which is one of our associate faculty members, lives right with the students. So they get that individualized care, both during their academic day with their teacher advisor, but also with their in the non-academic time, because they live in a family and they have that family head that's there to support them. So for a parent, any questions on academics, the first point of contact would be the teacher advisor. And for anything outside of that, it would be their family head or their house director. Family and community is very important in boarding schools. You can see here the teacher on the right. The teacher advisor eats lunch with the students 3 times a week, and they sit together every day in our morning meeting. And for dinner, the students eat family-style dining again with their family head. It is a very family-based on-campus boarding program. And this is Pickering College campus. Like I said, we're located 45 minutes north of Toronto in a town called Newmarket. So this is all residential housing here, our citizens of Newmarket. This is our campus. The girls live here in Firth House. The boys live over here in Newhouse. This is our main building, Rogers House, the classrooms, our student lounge, and our dining hall. We have 2 gymnasiums. We have an ice rink for figure skating and hockey. We have a baseball diamond, 3 soccer fields. So you can see it's a very lovely campus. And that's the great thing about boarding schools in Canada. You really need to know, are you looking for a school like Pickering College, where we are a very green campus? We live in a small, a relatively small town close to a big city. We're co-educational, so our school is for boys and girls. But you need to know, I mean, are you looking for a school that's just for girls, or a school that's only boys? Are you looking for a school that's right in the heart of the city? Or some schools that are even much more distant from a city than Pickering College? Are you looking for a school that's very strong on athletics? Or are you looking for a school that has a balance like ours between athletics and academics, very strong academics? Lots of things to consider when you're looking for a boarding school. I hope this has given you a little bit of an overview of education and boarding school advantages in Canada, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. I understand that there's some questions about scholarships. Boarding schools in Canada do offer scholarships. At Pickering College, we are very proud to have a number of scholarships that are specifically for international students. It's just 4 additional questions that you would ask, that we would ask the student to fill out in addition to the questions that we normally ask as part of our admission process. Let me tell you a little bit about how to apply. And this is usually for most schools in Canada as well, most boarding schools. At Pickering College, we have an online application system. So you would go to our website, apply now, and you would fill out the online application form. There's 5 questions we ask the student to answer in writing. And that's a little bit to get to know them. We ask for their final report card from the previous 3 years. So if a student was applying for grade 9, I would like to see their current report card, a current report card from grade 8, and a final report card from grade 7, 6, and 5. We also ask for a teacher recommendation. We do an interview with the student. It's usually about 45 minutes in length. The only test that Pickering College asks for is an English language proficiency test if the student's first language is not English. And then, of course, all of that information, and then for the scholarship, the additional questions on the scholarship application form are what we would look at to take to our scholarship committee for a recommendation. Does anyone have any other questions you'd like to ask me? Let me see if I can share with you a video of Pickering College. I'll see if I can get that up for you. Give me 1 minute here.
Jessie, there is
Yeah.
no more question.
Okay.
Presentation.
I couldn't. There are some comments in the chat that are in Turkish that I couldn't read.
Okay, I will translate you and tell you what their question.
Okay.